Fox.
With the addition of a new restraint device, the BolaWrap. The BolaWrap is a less lethal tool that may be used to restrain a non-compliant individual. On a daily basis, our deputies encounter people who are experiencing some type of mental health crisis, and to make matters worse, a drug-induced mental health crisis. They may also be non-compliant for some other reason, posing a danger to themselves and others. By adding this new, less lethal resource to the menu of options for our deputies, we can quickly and effectively de-escalate and gain control of an individual. Through our pilot program, which began this past April and involved 20 deputies, we tested this small handheld device which can be deployed from a distance of up to 25 feet to restrain individuals at the early stages of a confrontation before it is able to escalate and may require or necessitate a higher degree of force. Using the device is fairly simple. With the built-in laser, deputies aim for the torso or leg area. And when the Kevlar tether deploys, there is a loud distraction noise, and deputies are able to quickly move in and restrain the individual. During our pilot program, we deployed the BolaWrap on a number of occasions, and body-worn cameras captured these encounters, which demonstrates the effective use in restraining someone. If you would, please turn your attention to the television screen. On May 27th, when deputies were called to the report of a domestic battery, you can see in the body camera video, as our deputy is getting out of his vehicle, the suspect throws a chair, quickly turning this into a violent encounter. In this tense and unpredictable moment, the deputy was able to successfully use the BolaWrap. In another instance, on June 14th, deputies responded to a call involving a person experiencing some type of mental health crisis. From the video, you see the individual poses a threat to himself and those around him. Deputies quickly deployed the BolaWrap and were able to immediately gain control of the individual and get him the help he needed without anyone getting hurt. As you can clearly see, the BolaWrap is an extremely effective resource. With such positive results and our continued pursuit of de-escalation training, techniques, and resources, we will be strategically deploying 165 BolaWraps throughout the Sheriff's Office in the coming weeks, to include members of our uniform patrol districts and our behavioral resources unit. Implementing this new de-escalation tool is another example of your Sheriff's Office evolving. I am excited and proud that our deputies have another less lethal resource to avoid those physical confrontations and gain control of non-compliant, combative, and violent individuals without anyone getting hurt. This is smarter policing. I'm now happy to take any questions.
The whole goal is to avoid a physical confrontation where you have to approach somebody closely. You want to have a distance, in other words.
100% our goal is to de-escalate a situation and avoid any type of physical confrontation. And this resource, this less lethal resource, now affords our deputies the ability to do just that with those subjects that may be suffering from autism, maybe some type of mental health crisis. These individuals aren't individuals who need to be arrested. These are individuals who need help. And this tool will allow us to do that by deploying this without anyone getting hurt. The individual, a violent suspect, I envision this if a deputy is able to have time, has time. Can you imagine an individual wielding some type of blunt object or a knife, and from 25 feet, if we were able to successfully restrain that individual and not have to deploy deadly force, this resource is going to save injuries, but it's going to save lives. That's what I envision this evolving into. Like I said, and let me clarify this, if a deputy has that opportunity, has the distance and has the opportunity to do this, here's another resource. This is better policing.
Can you explain, it's kind of hard to tell on video, can you explain exactly what it does?
Yes, absolutely. The device, the deputy turns it on and is laser focused for accuracy. They can point the laser towards that lower torso leg area and press the button, it deploys. It's almost it's like something out of a Spider-Man movie, how the tether comes out with hooks and quickly wraps around an individual's legs and is able to subdue that subject. Maybe prevent that person, like in this one video you see, from going back into the water and maybe harming himself or putting a deputy in harm to have to go retrieve that individual. How about someone who wants to walk out into traffic? I mean, the scenarios, I think, are limitless, that this resource will be helpful.
And that first video, it seemed, he deployed it, and then it seemed like immediately went up to him to arrest him. Did he shoot higher and go around the arms then?
No, that was still in the lower area. There's certainly some margin of error when being deployed. The goal is before they're able to figure it out and maybe try to undo it, when it's deployed, is to go there and again gain that immediate control, again to avoid some type of violent encounter where there's always injuries to somebody.
This wouldn't replace, obviously, a taser. Like, what would be the different scenarios where you want to use this over a taser or other non-lethal?
Great question. I think all of them have different applications. Sometime you may see them both deployed at the same time. It's another great resource that will complement each other to avoid that lethal use of force. And again, all of this, whether it's the taser being a less lethal tool, now complement it with the BolaWrap, all of it is to target it at that one singular goal, and that's to de-escalate a situation and bring that physical, that combative, that non-compliant subject under control without anyone being injured.
Do you see deputies down the road having both of them as well as a weapon, or just one of them?
Oh, absolutely. The 165 individuals that we'll strategically place around will have both. Absolutely.
Can you talk about the cost and how it's being funded?
Sure. It's $1,000 a unit. The replacement cartridges are $100, and us being good stewards, being conservative with the taxpayer money, we had the funds available and we used those funds to purchase this. We wanted this to be a priority, another resource, again, in our smarter policing approach to our community.
Do you have to give out a warning when you fire these?
We absolutely will. Yeah, no different than taser. It'll be BolaWrap, and BolaWrap to let everyone around know that we're deploying it.
Last question. All right, thank you, Sheriff.
Thank you, everyone. Stay safe. Stay healthy.
All right, everybody, before we lose that live picture here on Live Now from Fox, I do want to let you know exactly what it is